Welcome back, guys. So today we're going to be fitting these strut assemblies to this N70 Toyota Hilux. They're a 40mm lift plus 100 kilos to allow for the bull bar, winch, dual battery, any other weight you might have on the front. So let's get into it. Okay, before I get started, I'm going to just measure how high it is now. It's about 850 to the bottom of the guard. So now I'll just lift it up, remove that wheel. Okay guys, just remove the tyre. So we're under the wheel arch now. This is the strut assembly we're going to be removing. So the first thing I'm going to do is just remove this sway bar. It's just a 17mm socket. And there's a couple 14mm bolts on this D-rubber. Okay, they're undone on both sides, so just sit that sway bar there, it'll give us just that little bit extra room. Okay, just looking from underneath now, we're going to undo these 19mm bolts out of the lower control arm, ball joint, and the rear strut mount as well. That will just give us a bit extra pull down to get this strut out. Okay, now on top of the strut there's 3 mounting bolts around the edge. Undo them. Don't undo the nut at the top because that's what holds the strut assembly together. And there's also one around the back side. Okay, now we've got the top mounts out and the bottom mounts out. Just get a pry bar on this lower control arm. Okay guys, I've just secured that sway bar up a bit and drop it down. Tilt it to the side. And just pull it out the back. That's your whole strut assembly removed. Okay guys, we got the new strut assembly here. As you put it in, make sure your 2 bolts at the top line up with the way it's going to go in the bottom, because they'll only go 2 ways in the bottom, only 1 way in the top. So we're just going to feed it down in there, reverse order of what we took it out. Sometimes it is a bit tight, but shimmy it in there. And let's put one of the top nuts on. We'll just get those 3 top nuts on to start with. You want to get it up there as high as you can to start with. Yeah, we're just going to try and pry this bottom control arm down. And slide the bottom mount in. It will be quite tight. Okay guys, having a bit of trouble pushing this rear mount in here by myself, so I'm just going to put a small come along around it and then just pull it into line the hole up. It's roughly in the right spot. Just pry this down a bit. You should be able to get the bolt in. Just put the nut on the back. Leave that bolt just finger tight for now. Yeah, I'm just going to tighten these top mounting bolts up. They can be done up tight. Now I'm just going to lower this down under that jack stand to lift the lower control arm up. You can put a jack under it if you're doing it on the ground. You can just fit the bolts to the lower control arm. I do put a little bit of Loctite on them. Okay, so I've fitted the strut to the other side. Now we're going to connect the sway bar up. Let's put these bolts and these rubbers here. And then the top little mount as well. $17mm nut. Let's do that up. Let's do the same on both sides. Okay guys, everything here is done up now except for the bottom mount bolt. We'll wait till we get it on the ground. So I'm just going to fit the tyres. Alright, I'm just going to lower it down so the car's on its own weight. And then we can do that bottom mount up. Okay, now the car's on the ground on its own weight. We can tighten this bottom mount up. Just saves the bush. Do the same on both sides. Okay guys, I'm just gonna get these wheel nuts with a bar. And also we'll take a final measurement. Okay, that's 940. So it went from 850 to 940, so that's a 90 mil lift. So it goes to show those other ones are really sagged. This has actually leveled out the car now, which is looking good. Okay guys, that's how you replace the front struts in the N70 Hilux. Because you have changed the suspension, it's changed the angle of the wheels, so it will need a wheel alignment. The car is sitting nice and level now. So thanks for watching. I hope you've learnt something. Please like, subscribe and comment, and we'll catch you on the next one.